watch the sky turning ever grey. Black and white, watching money leading men astray. Falling in and out of light as the heavens spray. We mix the whiskey with the lemonade. Trying to counteract the methylphenidate. Used to laugh when I said it made my belly ache. My belly ached every day, yo, it never changed.
So we're currently heading to the airport, same route as last week, same guy as last week, except last week this guy came too late to pick me up, and now this time it's my fault. I'm a bit late.
30 minutes, guys. 30 fucking minutes he's late.
I had a very good excuse. I told Ro already, but
yeah, I can't blame you, to be honest.
Can't blame me.
Skip that part, though.
Skip that part though, yeah, it's not safe for you too. Anyways, we're heading to the airport, flying to Dubai. I have quite a long layover, and I had to rebook my flight because I was supposed to go directly to the Netherlands, but with the whole issue with Iran, Israel and so on, they canceled a lot of flights, so I have to go through Dubai again. I'll have a long layover, like I said. I might stay at the airport or take that time to visit a friend, but we'll see when I get there in my mood. And anyways, thank you for tuning in. Alright, so on my way here I realized I don't have a neck pillow or travel pillow, and I just looked at Kareem and guess what I found? A travel pillow. So I just ordered that. It's gonna be arriving in 20 minutes, so that's great. So for my next flight I'll be having a travel pillow. And oh man, again, I'm not gonna be a fanboy about Dubai, but everything is so freaking efficient here. It's unbelievable. I wish everywhere in the world was that efficient as here. Alright guys, currently at a friend's house. I was planning to stay at the airport for 7-8 hours and do some work there because I had a long layover. But my friend said, hell no, you're coming over to my place. He gave me the code to his apartment. Funny thing, he's still at work, and he said like, by the way, when you're there, let in the maid as well. Now the cleaner is here, it's not even my house anyways. Oh, someone's at the door. Alright, I don't know what's going on here. Alright, let's see what just came in. There we go. Oh yeah, much better. Problem solved. We here, boy.
Hey, we fucking here.
Look at this. Savage. Who did this? Who did this? Do not fly with Emirates. No, kidding. Probably not Emirates. Well, who else can it be?
Doing CEO things. Look at this, in the middle of the street. In the middle of the street.
Right, Togar, so it's 1.5 years later. You're finally back into the Netherlands.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
It feels good, man. Feels good. It's a bit chilly after being in the fucking Middle East for I don't know how long.
He's got his jacket on in August.
I'm freezing.
It's August, by the way.
I'm freezing. I see people walking with t-shirts. Anyways, feels good, man. So today what we have on the schedule is we're gonna meet 2 clients. We just actually arrived from Amsterdam. We had some good food, Thai food. Reminded me of Thailand, always good. And now we're meeting the first client. After that, straight the second client. Then we're gonna meet some friends for dinner as well in the evening. And yeah. That's the schedule so far for today. For the rest of the week, also meet a few other clients and go to a few parties. Should be fun as well coming back here. The Netherlands is known for their festivals, so I have to take at least one festival. And then head back, man. Head back to the cave. You're coming with me, no?
Yeah, I'm coming with you, man.
My dream step, relocate my fantasy. I stay in reality. You live in my dream state. Anytime I count sheep, that's the only time we make up.
Bedoel.
Kijk, als ik dit doe. Hop.
We making noise.
when these people talk too much. Put that shit in slow motion, yeah. I feel like an astronaut in the ocean.
Will you be in Rotterdam or will you be in The Hague? Because I'm in Rotterdam. If you're around there, that area, I can pick you up, or we can meet a specific place. If you give me the location, I can drive there. Finally, we meet. Obviously, we spoke each other through voice memos and stuff like that. And yeah, now we can actually talk about the job itself. I mean, you already saw quite a lot. Like the 2 videos I sent like 30 minutes or so in total. So it does give you a good understanding of what the job entails. But the boot camp that we have shows you a little bit more steps in what it actually does. Don't get me wrong, you'll still be like in the first week, like, oh, how do I do this or how do I do that? So those questions are very normal. It's just with the boot camp, we try to make sure that everything is clear, or almost everything is clear.
I've been there for about 6 or 7 years. I worked in Basel. There's so many different types of people, so many different types of culture there. The marketing course I took was old-fashioned marketing.
Okay.
Like, for example, TV ads or something like that. What's appealing for a customer, what you need to a customer.
But, for someone like you that wants to know about marketing deeper and wants to know exactly what we do and how we do it and stuff like that, you could watch the course as well. I mean, it's free for you, obviously. So that will give you a very good understanding of what we do for our clients. So let's say, suppose someone asks you a question like, hey, how does this work or that work? You have at least the basic knowledge of answering that. Sully is 1 hour behind of Europe and 2 hours 1 hour in front of Europe and 2 hours in front of UK. You could start calling European first, UK, and then end the day with US, Canada clients. You know what I mean?
That would be great.
Because then you got all the country schedule of the time that you want to work.
That's my mind is speeding by, I'm holding on. Asking God to help him, are you hearing me? Girl is telling me she don't know what she want. Lot of demons creeping up, they're living underneath.
So my editor's actually pretty good. The videographer guy.
Really good, by the way.
He lives in City. Yeah. And all I have to do is just give him some shots. Sometimes I'm like, this is not gonna be a shot, not a good shot.
Gotta take a minute, y'all travel far.
And somehow he turns it together. I'm like, this is actually fucking epic,
I also like the music. It was
Oh yeah.
good choice of playlists.
If you have recommendations, then sometimes we're like inspirationalists with the music. So he said what?
I get notifications from your videos.
There's actually my only YouTube subscriber that's getting notifications. I'm so proud. I made it. Nobody's watching my YouTube videos except her.
He's the only one who pressed the bell.
Press the bell, guys. Press the freaking bell. So yesterday we were at this restaurant. I put the camera there. It's like, alright, let's get some deals. I don't want to talk, just some shots, This guy takes his beer and he puts it right in front of the camera for like 80% of the video. And then when I take my camera, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, I forgot, I put my beer.
I was like, let it stay.
And I looked at the recording, it's just a beer.
It's just a beer right there.
Bro, I don't think we're supposed to walk here. Alright, so this is definitely not the way to go to the car. As a civilian, he wanted to go over there, through that door, to go to the car. Now look at where the fuck we are.
Alright, I guess change of plans. We are currently heading home. I wanted to see Kazar here as well. You guys know Kazar from the episodes in Sully, but we don't really have time for it. I'm gonna get home and actually drive to my mom's house, which is 2 hours away from here almost. And then from there I'm gonna see my mom and my dog. So the dog one will be nice, so stay tuned for that. What up?
What up, bro?
What are you working on?
Working on being creative.
As a creative director?
And as a creative everything, my friend.
Let's go. What are these?
This is to put the material on the models. Look, if we press render. It's calculating right now. This is a cover for a musician friend of mine.
But these are colors, or what are these exactly?
Look, these are textures. You see that color here? Mm-hmm. The way the light reflects on it, the way it has bump. This is all here. This is called.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
Oh, this looks complex as fuck.
You see that? That's how you connect. And then you see the model here. You see that's the model. So these two connected, you get this, right?
No way.
Let me see.
That's fucking crazy. Alright, so look at this, guys. This guy has actually worked on The Last of Us 2. And he's just sitting here humbly, like that's nothing.
That's my normal attitude.
Hey, 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 hey. Jimmy. Yeah.
Hi guys, so yesterday I arrived pretty late back home in my home city. Now I just woke up and the first thing I'm gonna do is show my respect to the dead, and I'm gonna visit my dad's grave, what I'm trying to say. And after that, it's time to go back to work because the past 2 days I haven't done much. And there's a few things that I have to deal with in terms of the hiring process. We hired a few new people, but they're waiting for instructions. So I think I'm gonna find a nice cafe to work at. I have something in mind, and if I go there, I'll show you guys around because that's a cool place actually to be, and there's a funny story behind it as well. Anyways, first things first, I'll see you guys later. Every time I come to this graveyard, I feel this sense of peace and calmness, and it's crazy because, you know, life is so fragile. Life is so fragile, and sometimes we take life a bit too serious. Even I'm guilty of that. Well, life can be very short. I mean, my dad passed away at 57. It's a very young age, if you ask me. And yeah, it just reminds you again to start living. I mean, either you live life or life lives you. Now the thing about the Netherlands and the weather, it's so freaking unpredictable. Like even right now, while it should be peak summer, you don't know what to freaking wear. Like in the morning, it's way too cold to wear a t-shirt, so you have to wear a sweater plus jacket. And then in the afternoon, once the sun comes out for a few hours, it's freaking hot. So I went home, actually I changed my shirt, and now I'm going to this place where I'm gonna work. Anyways, in the evening, it gets so cold you actually want a whole like winter jacket almost. At least that's how I feel, because I've been in the Middle East and Asia for 1.5 years now, where the weather only been 30 plus degrees, so I know at least what to expect there. But here, oh man, I get reminded of how fluctuating everything is here. Alright, so the story behind this place is that I used to work here, and it's actually one of the many places that I used to work as a, I don't know, kitchen help. I washed the dishes there, and the view was nice, so let's see what has changed so far.
Been on the time, but it's time to celebrate. I put that white cutie on my wrist, but just no Black Lives Matter. Black lives. She told me when she get hit from the back, she noticed her ass get fatter. Hit it. Came from the bottom, not talking.
Are you in any of the other chats? No, right? No. Okay, let me add you to them. We want to know if they have the budget and if they're serious enough to invest in their business. And you can see 8 minutes ago, 50 minutes ago, 6 hours ago. You see that? So those are people that fill in our lead form. And these are the same people you see in Notion.
Flex, from the swag to the way that I dress. Do my dance and I hit my right left. Got me feeling like damn, I've been living my best. My old joint probably thinking I'm pressed. I'm doing way too good to walk around worried about what the nut that shit of my ex.
Alright guys, let me show you a typical summer day in the Netherlands. Alright, have a look at this. So, right now it's peak summer and this is the weather outside. Take a look at that. It's literally pouring outside. Like pouring. Welcome to the Netherlands, guys. So I just finished some hours of work and I don't want to bore you guys with too much of mundane stuff because that's what's been going on currently. Just catching up with some work of the past few days. And yeah, it's a bit of a slow period, I would say, and that's mainly because it's the summer as well. Some of our key players in our company are also enjoying the weather or on holiday, including me right now. So yesterday was kind of a family day. I had a wedding to attend to. Now, you know, I could be filming all of that stuff, but to be honest, I don't want this whole YouTube channel to be about all the vlogging stuff, you know what I mean? I want to still stay inspiring, so I don't want to bore you guys or, I don't know, document too much of my, I would say,
personal stuff that are not really business related or doesn't even motivate anyone. So what I'm trying to say is I want to keep it 80% educational and just 20% entertainment. That's what I like this YouTube channel to be about. So therefore, I want to take things a bit easier in terms of sharing all that nonsense stuff, I would say. Anyways, I'm driving home right now. I am meeting some family members for dinner, and then after that I'll be heading to a few friends to catch up with them as well. And that's what I've been mostly doing for the past few days, catching up with old friends that I haven't seen for a year or years, because, well, this is the chance that I have right now. I don't know when I will be seeing them again or where I will be seeing them again, but hey, while I'm here, I might as well catch up, take things a bit easier and slower. And this is also the slow season, I would say, for the e-commerce space that we're currently in as a marketing agency, because most people are on holiday, so in this period less people are actually consuming products. They are more, they're spending their money more on entertainment right now. So think of holidays, think of hotels, think of festivals, think of restaurants. So people spend their money much more on leisure right now than on products. But once the winter creeps in, once the cold creeps in, once it starts raining all day and it gets cold, people are more indoor, and then they'll start consuming more products. It's just kind of the cycle of the year in terms of this space we're in. Now, that said, in a month or two will probably be our most busiest moment, because then Black Friday starts, Cyber Monday, Christmas, New Year. So that whole period, which is the fourth quarter, is also called the golden season in e-commerce. So that's where all the, I would say, crazy buying happens, and we need to be prepared for that. So I want the team to be well rested, including myself, for that period, because it's going to be crazy. Each year it's getting crazier and crazier. So yeah, that's what's coming. In Dutch we have a saying, I don't even gotta say it because it sounds weird in English, so never mind. Anyways, we're preparing ourselves for war. That's what it comes down to. And finally the weather looks a bit better, because a few minutes ago it was boring. Alright guys, talk to you later.
How the fuck you gonna say no to me?
I just wanted to catch up with you. It's been a while that we have actually had these Zoom calls. In the beginning, when you started, we had these calls every week, and then I neglected that, but I realized that I actually would need these calls just to catch up and to see what are you working on, what are you doing. We don't have to reinvent the wheel here, so if you watch that video, he actually explains what this thing is about. We need direction right now, especially in a week or so. I'll be going back to my cave, and Akin will be joining me as well. We're going to be going very hard there, so it's kind of like we need to have the preparation and the foundation set, because once we go hard, we need to know what numbers we're tracking as well, right? Look who's here! Look who's here!
Hey.
What up? He just doesn't know what he's looking for. He looks at these portfolios. He doesn't know what's good or bad. So if he wants to go into a call with you and share the portfolios.
Show me how you can.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in again. Today we're finishing this episode, and right now we rented this Airbnb spot in the middle of nowhere in the nature, and yeah, we're just chilling, listening to some good music, eating barbecue. Let me show you guys around. Let me see what Kazar's doing, by the way. It's the middle of nowhere. Got the barbecue over here. There we go. Alright guys, see ya.